doing things in the kitchen, standing at the sink, there's a way you can do it easily without hurting your back. If you use your hip joints, your knees, your ankles, and a little bit more movement at your feet, then it becomes very easy to pick something up, bring it over to the other side of the sink, step over here, reach the faucet. Can you see how I'm leaning forward from my hips? And I'm keeping my neck free and letting my head lead my spine into length when I'm doing that. But look how I bring my foot out rather quickly to keep my center of gravity under wherever I'm turning with my hands. This takes so much strain out of the back. It's much better than to lean over like this, or to stiffen your legs and to bend over like this at the sink or at the kitchen counter. So instead, your neck frees, which allows your head to float easily away from the top of your spine in a way that gives you a lot of ease and length in your spine and freedom in your body, and pressure off your hips and knees and ankles, so that it's very easy for you to step from one place to the other, to bend, to put things in the sink. See how the very bottom of my hip bones, quite low here in my trunk, go backwards as my knees release a little bit forward, and I still maintain that length of my spine to reach into the sink. And if I'm doing something from one side to the other, I just quickly let a leg go out. It's almost like a little bit of a side lunge, very easily. Or if I'm picking up something here or there, I move my legs very quickly and very frequently to balance under my body with what I'm doing. But if I'm just standing here going from one area of the sink to the other, then I might just bend one knee and bend the other knee. And it's very easy and free in my shoulders and my arms, and it takes so much stress off the neck and shoulders and arms to do dishes this way. And if you're just chopping some vegetables or cutting something by the sink, again, when you're doing that kind of movement, when you're doing some chopping or doing that kind of movement, your hips and your knees and your ankles just all move very freely with what you're doing with your arms. See how I have just a little bit of a bend at the very bottom of my hip bones, at those sits bones, backwards, and my knees release forward. And at the same time, I'm maintaining that ease and that length of my spine very freely, mostly because I'm bending at these joints. So when you're doing some work in the kitchen, cutting something up or moving around, let your knees and hips and the ankles be free, and move your legs a little more frequently from one side to the other.